What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to Beyond the Chemo Room, where my black is pink, the home of the pink ribbons and hearts. I'm your host, Survivor Speaks, and today we have a very special guest who is near and dear to my heart. Um, she will share her incredible journey from doing makeup on herself to working with celebrity clients, earning her license, and opening up her own makeup boutique. All the while, she will be transforming herself live on the show. And I'm in the dark about the look she's going for today. I didn't ask, I said, surprise me. So we will be discovering that look together. Will it be a beauty look? Will it be a light beat? Or one of her dramatic transformations? Before we introduce our guests, let's hear a word from our sponsor. When we return, we'll welcome Chloe Smith, the owner and CEO of Carrots by Chloe. And don't forget, today's show includes a special giveaway. One lucky winner will receive a copy of my self-published book, Surviving Strong, Overcoming Triple Negative Breast Cancer with a Resilient Mind. It's available on Amazon. I'll also put the link in the description below. Another winner will receive a gift from our sponsor, Inman Essentials, whose slogan is, "We're more than just candles." So remember, you must be a subscriber to participate in the giveaway and hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. Um, Hit the like button, it's free. Now, let's hear a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with the show. And now, a word from our sponsor. Survivor Speaks extends heartfelt gratitude to Emin Essentials for their generous sponsorship. From handmade soy wax candles for a cleaner burn to car and pet friendly room freshener sprays, they offer quality products tailored to your needs and do not use any dye in any of their products. Custom packaging is available upon request, along with a limited luxury line while supplies last. Visit www.inmanessentials.com now, and don't forget to subscribe and enter your email address for an exclusive 10% discount on your first order. What are you waiting for? Now back to the show. All right, we're back. We're back. We are back on the stage. You have Chloe.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Denitra, can you just give me a one in the chat, or put a bow or pink heart in the chat? That's our Survivor Nation's logo over here. If you can hear me, Denitra, and if you can hear her, please. Oh, she's not there anymore, so she'll be probably come back. So anyway, what's up, Chloe? What's going?
Hi.
Hey,
How are you?
I'm here. I'm starting on time. So yeah, whatever. Oh, Denitra, you can hear Denitra? Okay, thank you for that. Thank you so much. All right, so we have Denitra, we have Chloe Smith on the screen. She is the owner and CEO of Carrots by Chloe. And so we're just going to get started. Chloe.
Yes.
I guess, like I said, we're going to chop it up as you transform yourself. Start to transform.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what.
You want me to just do it? Like, just go for it and you see? Or do you want me to, like, explain what I'm going to do? Or
I'm going to interview you while you are doing what you're doing. All right. And so I'm going to ask the first question and you can get started whenever you like. Like I said, I'm in the dark. I have not asked Chloe what makeup look she'll be doing today. I'm not sure if it's a light beat or if it's it's going to be one of her more dramatic looks.
Really soon you'll see. Like you'll see within like the next 2 minutes or so.
And so we're going to get started with some of the questions while you're doing that. I'll try not to not to ask you too much while you're working, but you're good, you're a professional.
Absolutely.
So Chloe. Yes. So Chloe, can you give us the backstory on when and why you started doing makeup?
Okay, so this is always the first question I get from almost all of my clients, especially if they're new. They're like, how long have you been doing makeup? And I'm like, how long have I not been doing makeup? Is a real question. But moment of truth. Gonna stick that right there. Also, sorry if I have like pauses in me speaking because sometimes I might be a little focused. But being a makeup artist, originally I started in high school for prom, graduation, sweet 16s. Like I couldn't afford no makeup artist. So I started to do it myself. Like I went on YouTube and I would just practice as much as I could. I worked at a beauty supply store at the time. So I would just use like cheap drugstore makeup. And this is like Amazon was really getting started with like products. So I would just get like whatever I could find and then just practice until I felt comfortable enough to go out in public like that. Like let's say prom was in June, I would probably start like end of May, April, early May, and then just practice until I felt comfortable. And then it wasn't until I got to college, I was in my dorm, and all the girls would be like, Chloe, oh my God, can you do your makeup? Can you do my makeup? And I'm like, me? You want me to do your makeup? You're like, yeah, you do yours so good. You might as well like do mine too. I'm like, you trust me? They're like, yeah, go for it. And that was literally all it took. And by I believe January of 2018, I officially licensed my business. And it's really just been a dream since then. But none of this was ever planned. Like this all just happened to me with time. So we're seeing how it all unfolds. Honestly, yeah. But I've always been into like makeup, even as a little girl, like just playing with my mom's stuff, grandma's stuff. But I didn't start taking my first clients until I believe 2016, 2017. Besides like my friends in the dorms. I don't really want to call those like clients. That was just, practice stuff. But I started to take it seriously maybe about 7 years ago now.
Yeah, so
8
I mean
years. I'm trying to think time is just flying.
Yeah. So hey, I see you. I see you out there moving. I see you out there doing all sorts of things, and I'm all sorts proud.
Thank you. I feel the same about you. I can say the same thing. You have done. By the way, I don't know if everyone knows we are related.
I didn't give them that.
Okay, so yes.
Yeah, we are, but
fantastic, wonderful cousin. So I've seen your progression literally my whole life. It's not like I'm just seeing you or coming across you just recently. Like I've been able to see it since I was a little girl. So I too.
I wonder if our stalker is going to show up. Do you think he's going to show up or call you? Tell him don't be calling and messing up.
No, but he might call. Knowing him, because I didn't speak to him today, actually.
Oh, so let me put your comment on the screen, Demetra. She said that I've never been able to really do my makeup, just powder and eyeshadow.
Yep, that's a lot of people. Like most people who are like my clients that aren't my regulars are like, I've never gotten my makeup done before. I've only gotten it once for my wedding or once for prom. And I'm like, that's very understandable. Makeup is it's a lot of trial and error, figuring out what's right for you, because there is no right or wrong answer. That is like a good benefit to it, at least, you know. There's never a right or wrong way to do it. Everything is like, you know, it's like an art, so you do it how it suits you. But makeup is
Yeah.
not like a thing where it's your nails or hair that you could go every week, every 2 weeks and get it. Like, you could get makeup done that often, but unless you really, really like it, it's not really everyone's thing.
Yeah, and you know what? People don't understand how much goes into, doing makeup because
Mhm.
I have a darker skin, and a lot of people don't know how to do makeup for my skin. I
Unfortunately,
the
very
first
true.
I the it wasn't the first. So my first actually Stewart campaign, the young lady that was on the set that did my makeup, she actually had to she mixed
Like black and white.
well, she went by my overtones and hey, Sneaky Link, how are you? Thank you for coming. She mixed went by my, she said, undertones. And look, I've been in the industry modeling, before, and I still don't, get it. But she looked at my undertones and all whatever. I know you know what I'm talking about. And
Hmm.
so she actually mixed the foundation that she used, but a lot of people don't know that. So
Oh,
I
was
was
it like the blues and the greens, like that kind
whatever.
of thing?
Listen,
Okay.
yeah, I just did the
That kind.
modeling. I makeup. I was like you said, trial and
Yeah,
error. I'll be
color
like,
theory
wait a
is
minute,
color
look,
theory is
you
science.
know, if I need makeup, I'll be like, Chloe, you available? Well, for something like, Chloe, you available? So
Yep.
no, I don't know. I'm just going by what she went by. Hey, Melanie Jones said so. We got Mel Jones said so in the mother freaking building. Drop some 100 signs and boots in the chat for Mel. My one of my mods, she done came on through. So let me just recap really quick. We have uh Chloe from Carrots by Chloe online. We're asking her some questions about she's the CEO and owner of Carrots by Chloe. She's transforming herself right before your eyes, and we're just chopping it up with her and asking her some questions, um, about her makeup journey. So, Chloe, the second question I wanted to ask you was, can you tell us about the moment that you decided to pursue makeup professionally?
Um, like I kind of mentioned earlier, people came to me and asked me to do their makeup for them. It was not like anything I ever really chose to do at first. Like, everything just unfolded for me.
Mm-hmm.
But when I realized I wanted this to be like a career, I don't know if there was one exact moment, but over COVID, I developed my talent for special effects. I was never really into that at first because I know I never tried it. So I had all this free time during COVID, and I just developed a talent for something. And I'm not even saying it was that good at first, but I knew like the potential I had. So once I started to see like I have a gift that not many people have, I was like, oh yeah, we gotta do something about this. And originally, I was in school to be an obstetrician gynecologist and deliver babies. I was a biology major. Well, I still am a biology major, but I was on the road to, going to med school and everything. And halfway through, I'm like, I don't like this. I worked at a hospital for 8 years. I'm like, this is a lot. This is too much. I don't, it was just not for me. And I was like, I can be such a good makeup artist. Like, I see myself doing film one day. I see myself having celebrity clients. Like, I knew it was going to happen one day. So I was in like a crossroads of not knowing what I wanted to do with myself. And then just something told me, it was like, girl, you're not happy with where you are right now. Do what makes you happy. And that's when I took the jump and I dropped out of school temporarily. At the time, I thought it was like maybe more of a permanent thing, but I dropped out of school temporarily to go to cosmetology school. And while I was in cosmetology school, they had like this unit about all the things that you can do with cosmetology instead of, just like cutting hair and doing blow dries. Like there's marketing, advertising, packaging, research, retail, so much that you can do. And I'm like, wait, I can take my science degree into cosmetics instead of medicine now. So now I'm like, that's what I'm in school for. And I'm going to graduate this year. I graduate in December, and I will be a future cosmetic chemist. But once I realized like I could do makeup in so many different ways, like I can really make it, sell it, do it. You know what I mean? That's when I knew. I was like, oh yeah, this is for me. This isn't like just a side hustle. Like this is something I have a talent for and like a passion for. Like, a lot of people are very talented, but they're not passionate about it. Like I feel like I eat, sleep, and love and breathe makeup at this point in my life now. So once I realized like I had to switch my life up a little bit, and then I found that like makeup really was my thing, that's when I knew I had to pursue it. Thank you, Melanie Jones. Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Steady. Melanie Jones said congratulations. Congrats. Denitra Gibson said congratulations. So Chloe, you actually answered one of my questions that I was getting ready to ask you. No, not getting ready to. It was on my list. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I didn't know you was back in school. Congratulations.
Yes.
And I was going to ask you about were you still going back to school to pursue that biology degree, because you always said that you were going to go back so that you can make your own products.
Yes.
And so when are we graduating, ma'am?
December.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yep, year, class of 2024.
Look, let me let y'all know she has a big African American and a big Greek family. So I'm not gonna fight for no ticket. And her father is the sneaky link said, congrats. He is the stalker. He may show. I don't think Charles is messing with no YouTube, but he probably will be all over.
He'll probably call me and I'll have to be like, I'm busy.
Yeah, he's a stalker. So that's Charles is my cousin, her father, but she has her mother's Greek, so she has like a very big family. So I guess I'll get a link and watch from the stream. Don't forget to send that one. Look at Mel. Look at Mel. Mel said, "Oh, we coming with signs and drums and a whole pan of chicken." Mel, you know
sign me up.
Mel is crazy. So and that's a sneaky leak saying hey to Denitra. So congrats to you on that. That's a very big accomplishment. And like I said, I was going to ask you about that, but later on. So I'm going to ask you, what were some of the biggest challenges you faced when transitioning from doing makeup on yourself to working with celebrity clients?
That's a good question.
Mm-hmm. And who was your first? Who was your first celebrity client?
Crazy. My first celebrity client was JT from the City Girls. Like, of all people, like, she up there. So I'm like, that really helped me see, like, wow, I'm meant for this. Like, if she's the first celebrity to notice me and, like, trust me, and I still don't have, like, a crazy following, like, and this was years ago. Like, I've done her makeup twice since then. But I think my first time was, like, 2021 doing her makeup. And
how did that, I didn't mean to cut you off, but how did that happen, though? How did you?
She actually messaged me on Twitter. I saw how she put up a post saying, this was like the day before Halloween. And she put up a post saying, hey, I need a special effects Halloween makeup artist in New York. Message me. And I saw that, and I sent that tweet to like 30 of my friends. And I said, listen, all of y'all right now better message JT and put my picture, put my name. You better tell JT about me right now. And my friends were really loyal. They really did it. And within 5-10 minutes, there was like 30 comments, all for me. So let's say there was 35 comments, 30 were for me. And
Look at that.
a few minutes later, she just messaged me. She DM'd me. She was like, "Hey girl, what you doing?" I was like, what do you mean? What am I doing? Girl, I'm trying to breathe. But she had me come to New York that night. And it's funny because I was with a client. Like, I had no idea she was actually really going to message me. Like, I hoped she would, but she actually did. I was with a client. So me and my client were like talking to each other, and I was like, girl, literally right after this, I have to go to JT. Like, and I went home real quick, just freshened up, and I went straight there. And then the next year, she called me again. She actually called my phone the second time. The first time she DM'd me, and the second time she called my phone. And it's funny because I didn't have her number saved. Like, she texted me off a completely different number than I reached her at before. So she messaged me from an unknown number, like, "Hey, it's JT." And in my head, I'm like, what? I know a lot of JTs. Like, what do you mean? And she was like, "Hey, girl, it's JT. Can you come do my makeup?" And in my head, I'm like, and she hit me up on Halloween again. So I'm like, it could be her. It could be anybody. But I'm like, I don't know. I can't, like, I don't want to get my hopes up. But I had to call her just to verify. Because, anybody could text you and be like, yeah, it's City Girls. So I called her, and her voice is undeniable. So once I heard her voice, I was like, oh, my God, it literally is JT. And then again, right that night, I went out to her, did a little quick something. And that was that.
Look at that. You see, that is the power of networking.
Mm-hmm.
And people being down with
social
you
media.
and people being down with you for real, and your friends showing you.
Right, they were real for that. They really were.
They was, and congratulations on that. I actually remember the first and the second time, but I didn't know about the third time. Did you went the third time?
I did not go a third time. It's only
Oh, okay. It was two. Okay.
we
All
could
right.
manifest it though. We could pray on it, but no, only twice.
Yes,
Right.
you can't. You can manifest whatever you want. And so, hey, like, let's manifest some different clients. So,
Well,
but
yeah.
So actually, she was your first client. So, understandably, you probably was nervous the first time.
Yeah.
Were you nervous?
I feel like
the
I didn't even
second
answer your
time?
question. Now that you're doubling back, I'm like, I didn't answer your question. So
Yeah.
like, what is the difference between myself and on clients? I definitely do get nervous. Like, I do. I don't know. I don't even know how to answer that. I really just try my best. But sometimes I get nervous for like everybody, especially if I've never done their makeup before. Because everybody is very particular about certain things. So I kind of always get nervous, even though I do believe in myself. Like, I know I'm talented. I know I'm skilled. Like, I know I do this for a reason, but I do get nervous. So I just tell myself to keep practicing, and then hopefully just the more confident I am in certain things, and the easier it'll get. But I don't know. It is a little nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna...
You do great.
Thank you.
You do
I know
great.
I do, but I think just as an artist, or like anyone in general, like, you're gonna get nervous around celebrities, especially because like, we're on the line. Like, let me do something crazy. The Shade Room is gonna be on her butt and my butt, calling us all types of names on social media. You know what I mean? So it was like, it's definitely a lot of pressure. But yeah, I just have to think, they called me for a reason. So, do your thing, girl.
So I want to talk about, there was a picture that I put in the promo video. The one where the guy had the
heart.
Yeah.
Heart.
Yes. I was just looking, somebody has a question, but after you answer that, I'll ask that. Do you have makeup for sensitive skin?
That's a good question. When I feel like a client has sensitive skin, then I would say I use less product. I really feel like every person is different. I wouldn't know of any like brands that are a little more sensitive based. I did have a client once have Clinique that was from a doctor, like a prescribed bottle of Clinique. So that could be the only thing I can really think about. But when someone has sensitive skin, I usually just use more of like, I think it depends on the way I clean the face and like apply lotion. Like I feel like it's the way you stack and layer it when it's sensitive instead of like just one particular product. But like let's say someone may have eczema or super dry skin, I'll make sure to like moisturize it a lot more and then do a little thinner applications to build up instead of just like a lot so it doesn't get heavy on the face. Does that make sense?
Mel, does that make
Does that
sense?
help?
Because Melanie
Like by sensitive, like is it acne prone? Is it dry? Is it eczema, psoriasis?
No, I think so I guess what you're saying, Chloe, is that you don't have makeup for the sensitive. Okay, she said dry, and she has let me see, let me put it up here. Dry, and she has allergies, and she rubs her eyes and she gets itchy.
Okay, so right there, talking about rubbing of the eyes. We have to, when dealing with makeup, you have to know what is right for you. Like if you're someone who rubs your eyes a lot, I wouldn't suggest eyeliner. I wouldn't suggest mascara. I wouldn't even suggest lashes or anything. I would do maybe like minimal powder around the eyes instead of like a foundation, so it's not as thick. So I'm like, if you know you're someone who doesn't like makeup or doesn't do well with it, I wouldn't even tell you to put it on, just because some people might want to take your money and like still want the clients and then do your makeup a certain way. Like if I feel like if you have like allergies to a certain extent, I wouldn't even want to put makeup on you anyway, just because I would care about your skin too much for that. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't even want it to
Yeah,
look crazy because like if you're rubbing, you're tearing, it might get black or dark underneath, it might smudge, and we want makeup to enhance your beauty, not get in the way of anything. So if you really do have allergies, I wouldn't even suggest really wearing it, or especially someone who has watery eyes. Like yesterday I had a client who wanted lashes, and well, she didn't mind lashes, like, and I was going to put them on, but she kept tearing so bad. I was just like, honestly, it's not even worth it, because I want you to be comfortable and I want you to be happy with how you feel at your event, not worrying about where's the mirror, how's my face. Like it's never worth it. You're supposed to enhance your beauty with makeup, and if it's going to stress you out, smudge, or get in the way of anything, I wouldn't recommend.
Mel says she appreciates you, and Demetria has a question.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Hold on. She said, for foundation, do you get the same color as your skin, or do you go a lighter color?
I know some people like to get something a little lighter because it oxidizes and gets a little darker with time. But honestly, I like to use something that matches the skin because I layer it so much as with clients. Like I have foundation, concealer, I have powder, bronzer, blush. You know what I mean? Like it's everything eventually tones out for me. But I'm like, yeah, I would probably say to personally get the same one. I wouldn't really get one. But we do have several layers. Sorry, not layers. We do have several shades on our faces. Like our foreheads are usually a little darker than the rest of our face, but some people have darker cheeks, some people have darker necks, some people's mouth or nose area is a little darker. And then we have the summer versus the winter shades of our faces. So I wouldn't just get one. I would have maybe one or two handy so you can always mix and match and like touch it up, tone it up if you need to.
Yeah, so people think that you could just slap makeup on, and
Yeah, no, there's many
it's a
layers.
lot
You guys
to.
could see my palette, like when I work, even like now, pretty much. I always put on a glove because Number one, it's more sanitary, but two, there's always so many shades and different colors and mixing and formulations that I have on my hand. It's really not just one. Some people are like, oh, my foundation shade doesn't match me. And I'm like, it's okay. Most probably won't. It's about how you mix it together with other things to get it to blend, because we all have so many different shades on us. Like my lower face is darker than the middle of my face because I have hyperpigmentation. So if I were to like match this part of my face, it would be completely different than this. So I would definitely suggest having options. It doesn't even have to be too far off, but something that you can just mix to get the right consistency and texture that you need.
Don't ask me about no makeup. If I need my makeup done, Chloe, are you got any openings? Okay. Chloe has, for my graduation, it was so crazy because I'm like, look, Chloe, I'm gonna be out here and listen, I have to make an appointment like everybody else. I pay like everybody else. Chloe though, but this is what we gonna do. 5:30 in the morning. She was getting on a plane the same day, and it was just
oh my god, I was going on a cruise, I think, or was I getting on a plane?
I don't know. I think you said you was getting on the plane. I was like, listen, I'm walking down the aisle to get my diploma today.
On a plane.
My degree diploma. Listen, I need a professional. I don't know nothing about it. It's a lot that goes into it, Denitra. And that's Denitra's question is, do you have to? Oh no, I know that. She said, do you have to use? Let me let you
absolutely
answer that. Yeah,
absolutely not. You do not need to use everything. Me, on my clients, I like to give my clients the full shebang, because what they pay for, they're getting the full makeup artist experience, and I want to make sure everything is like flawless top to bottom. But that's not everyday makeup, so I'm assuming that's what you're asking for yourself. You do not need everything, because even right now I have what am I wearing? I'm wearing the Fenty's the dewy foundation. It's very, very light. I just brush it on very light, like I said, kind of on the bottom of my face, because I feel like I have hyperpigmentation over here. So I just have foundation on like this side of my face, and I have a little blush and mascara on. And I feel like I would go out like this. I might put on a little bit of bronzer, but no, you don't have to use. Some days sometimes I just use powder. Sometimes I just use foundation and concealer on myself. On my clients, I use everything, but if for yourself, everyday makeup, no, you absolutely do not need everything at all. Hopefully that answers your question.
Yeah, she said that, yes, ma'am. She was talking about for everyday wear. And so she said, no, she wouldn't recommend, for everyday wear, no. So, Denitra, I hope that answers your question. So I wanted to ask about the guy with the heart.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about that? What was that for?
That was for his album cover. I believe his name was Shaq Woods. And he just messaged me on Instagram. He was like, hey, I want the cover of my album to look like I'm getting my heart ripped out. I think the album was called Eat Your Heart Out. I could be so wrong. Please do not quote me on that. But it was something about like a eat your heart out, rip your heart out, that kind of vibe. I believe we have mutual friends. So he found me through like a friend. And then, we just went to the studio. I kind of like brainstormed with him a little in advance to be like, what exactly do you want for this? And then we worked out a almost like a paper mache kind of tear. That was it. It was for his album. I think this was like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And you also did the album cover
I did Lil Tecca.
What is his name?
Lil Tecca.
Lil Tecca, yeah. Mm-hmm. And what was that? Did you just did you just put makeup on him?
I put makeup on him and the girl. I don't know if you can see, but the album cover is a girl named Deja Hurd. She's a very, very, very good friend of mine. She's a model. And they asked her to be the leading lady on the cover. And they were like, do you happen to know a makeup artist? She's like, yes, I do. So she hit me up. She was like, girl, you will never believe who just hit me up. She's like, it's Lil Tecca, and they want you to do the makeup for the album shoot. And they're like, it's tomorrow. I'm like, ooh, okay. But sure. And I was going to a concert that night, out of state and everything. But I made sure to wake up at like 6 a.m. and get my behind back over to Jersey to do that for them. But I
Oh,
did makeup on
StreamYard, don't
her.
do this. Don't do that,
Yeah, I did
StreamYard.
makeup on
StreamYard
her.
is
And then I did makeup on him, and I gave him a little mini manicure. Like they said to bring him like hot towels, because like I'm a licensed cosmetologist, so I'm able to do hair, nails, and skin. So I guess we're just gonna let this bleed out a little bit. But yeah, they were like, "Can you just give him a little, pampering session?" I was like, "Sure." So I gave him a little baby facial, little hot towels, and then I did very light touch up makeup on him, and then I did her like full glam. You see
Oh,
that
okay. Well,
smooth
Denitra
coming
said,
out?
thank you for the answering her questions. So I feel like you already answered that next question I was going to ask. No, I actually you did. I didn't. So how did you go about getting your makeup license, and what
Mhm.
advice would you give to someone looking to follow in your footsteps?
Okay, so the makeup license part. Makeup licensing is a thing in many states in the United States, but it's not in New Jersey. Like ooh, you do not need a license to do makeup in New Jersey. But I got my cosmetology license, which includes hair, skin, and nails. You cannot do cosmetology without a license, but you can do makeup without a license in New Jersey. So getting my cosmetology license, um, I have my esthetician actually is a cosmetologist, and she went to Union. I think she went to Union County Votech. I could be wrong, but she told me that's where I went. She was like, "Girl, it's free," and I'm like, "It's free?" She's like, "Girl, it's free." So I went to the county school instead of like the John Frieda's and the Paul Mitchell schools that cost like $20,000 to go to. I was like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing that." So I found a local, maybe 15 minutes away from my house. I found a local place, and it took 10 months. It was Monday to Friday, 8 hours a day, basically, just like going to school, like high school all over again. But I took night classes because it was at a high school. It technically
Mm.
was a high school, but they had adult classes at night. So that's my way of going to cosmetology school. I know not that many people have like a similar experience than I did, considering like I literally went for free. So that's what I do recommend for people to do, because I know it's pricey. So some people try to get scholarships and grants to go, but yeah, I applied on FAFSA. So if anyone wants to go to cosmetology school, see if you have any local schools that you can apply to. Go to for free. I only paid for my kit, which was $600 or $700. You pay that up front, and then it wasn't even like you had to apply to get in or get accepted. Anybody who wants to go can go, and it was a great choice. I learned a lot, and I feel like it is necessary for people if you want to be in the industry, just because it gives you a broad knowledge of a lot of things and how things work that you might not get from being like self-taught.
Yeah, I agree. Melanie, which her crazy self said, she tried to make. She tried to make. I tried to make my son a vampire for Halloween. Laugh out loud. It was low budget, Party City makeup, but I was proud of myself. All right, you
That's
know
all that
what?
matters, right?
You
That's all you gotta do. You think this isn't Party City makeup pretty much that I use sometimes? Come on. It's not
for your
about
dramatic
what you
look.
use, it's how you use it. Sorry.
Uh, So
How you
yeah,
use
and Denitra said, "Oh, Melanie, I tried on myself one year, honey. You should have seen me, girl. Sometimes I don't know what.
honestly. I say the same thing. I'm like, some of my old makeup looks are so cringe. I'm like, oh Lord, who let me look like that? Years ago, of course. But at
Mm,
first, we don't all start fantastic at all. So, you just got to keep practicing, but at the same time, what looks good to you might look crazy to someone else, and vice versa. So I never really try to stop that from getting in the way. Like, oh, what if I look crazy? It looks good to somebody.
Child, the trial and error. Listen, every time I try to do makeup myself, I got so much makeup over there and I spent so much money. Every time I try to do makeup, I get a different look every time. I give up. I'll just listen. If I need makeup, I'm just calling the professionals. I'm sorry. I'll be like every
Come on
time.
over, come on over, baby.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, Melly said Denitra Child. He looked all kind of ashy and not anemic, not anemic, Mel.
Well, to be fair, don't vampires look pretty ashy and anemic?
Yeah, they do.
Exactly. You're pretty spot on. Why is this not dripping? I want this to drip.
Yeah, it does. Denitra said, "You're right at Melly."
It's
So,
hilarious.
then, we answered that. Can you share the story behind opening your own makeup boutique?
Okay.
Carrots by Chloe.
Carrots by Chloe actually came before I even started doing makeup in my head. So when I was in high school, again, like I had said earlier, I couldn't afford no makeup artist and I couldn't afford no Christmas gifts when I was in high school trying to get stuff for my friends. So I'm like, you know what, let me just make stuff. And I was like, what could I make that's like cheap and what I already have in the house? So I went on Google and I was like, wait, I can make sugar scrubs. Because we have sugar and my family's Greek, so we have natural fresh olive oil that gets like delivered here every so often. I had Bath and Body Works shower gel, put some perfume in it. Like, this is not the recipe I use now, but I'm saying, like, that's what I did at first. And I just mixed it together and I gave it to my friends, put it in a mason jar with a little ribbon. And they were like, oh my God, it's so cute. I love it. I would buy this. And I was like, you would buy this? They were like, yeah. That's all I had to hear. But I was like 15, I think, around the time that happened. But I kept it in the back of my head for years. I'm like, you know what? One day I'm going to open my own little skincare line. I'm going to have lip glosses and body butters and this and all of that. So I had it in the back of my head for years. And then the name Carrots by Chloe actually was gold for the skin, because I wanted my products to be like gold for the skin. So carrots with a K is like the measure of the purity of gold. Mm-hmm. Carrots with a C is the measure of purity of diamonds. So I was like, should I have my products like diamonds for the skin or gold for the skin? But I thought gold was better. So I want my products to be like liquid gold. And then I always just had that name in the back of my head. And then once I started doing makeup, I'm like, I can just conjoin these together. Like, I can have my own skincare line that I didn't even start at the time. I think I started 2021. But I was doing makeup years before, and I was like, oh, we're just going to put it together. And then during COVID, of course, having all the time, I was like, let's just start now. And I started my own boutique with a few products. It was like my body butters, shea butters, lip gloss, eyelashes, my beauty sponge. My beauty sponges were first. My beauty sponges did come first, and they're still a good seller. But I had just a few things like roll-ons and stuff. And I had a client of mine that I just did like once, met her in passing, but I still had her on Instagram. She was so like fascinated by my makeup. She worked for Michael Kors, and she was the manager for Michael Kors actually. And Michael Kors was trying to do like a small business tribute for, I believe it's for breast cancer or it was for Mother's Day. And then eventually it led to breast cancer, but they were having a Mother's Day event where they wanted to have nice sales and different businesses come in and have like a little pop-up shop. And this was within like my first if I started in January and this was in May, yeah, I've only been running for like 5 months. And then Michael Kors hit me up. They're like, hey, we want to sell your products in our stores. And I'm like, oh, thank you for that, Denitra.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Denitra. But yeah, Michael Kors hit me up, and then I started selling my stuff in their stores, and that definitely elevated my business a lot. And I think within a year, I think I've partnered with them like 11 times throughout New York and New Jersey, just different malls and stuff, and just having literally selling my stuff in Michael Kors, and they would give me an amazing discount on their stuff, because they knew I would bring a lot of people out, and then of course they would treat me with like an amazing employee discount on stuff. And they were so nice to me. There would be food there and snacks, and they were very welcoming. I loved everybody from all the events. They were great. But yeah. And then after that, I was like, I wanted like my professionalism to like increase with my, success. So I was like, I can't just have my products look like DIY completely. I wanted it to look like it could be in stores, like it was reputable, like something that you could buy and be proud of. Like I remember when I did JT's makeup, I gave her a sugar scrub, and I think I gave her a makeup sponge or something. I don't remember exactly what I gave her, but I know I gave her an orange zest body scrub. She's like, oh, it's so cute. Thank you. And in my head, in that moment, I was like, oh my God, I got to step it up. I don't want it to look like I just made this in my kitchen. Like, I want this to look like this is real. This is legit. Like, I want it to look like you can buy it at Sephora. You know what I mean? Or at the mall. So I was like, yeah, I have to take my stuff off the shelves pretty much and take just like a small hiatus, go back to school, get my chemistry degree, and then become a cosmetic chemist. So then I can finally re-release my stuff, but like top tier now, where it's not like, oh yeah, she made that from watching a YouTube tutorial. So once I realized like all that I was capable of and how I needed to take it, then that's what really made me see like, the beauty in all this.
Yeah. Congratulations, because you sure are doing it and making your stamp in this industry.
Like I
I
said, it
had
was just all, it just happened. Like I didn't want any of this at first. Like it really just unfolded this way.
yeah, I saw you. You did New York Fashion Week. I saw you did did the makeup for Mimi. Did you do anybody
I did
else's makeup
not
as well?
do the
Oh, you
makeup
didn't do
for
the makeup for her?
I didn't do the
Okay.
makeup for Mimi. I did makeup for the host that was there. And I was just talking, chit-chatting with Mimi. My friend ended up doing her hair. But she was already in the makeup chair before I even met her. So she
Oh,
just
okay.
finished getting her hair and makeup done. But we were all like collaborating. We were talking. Yeah. But yeah, I didn't do her makeup though. Next time I would like to. But I've done a few fashion weeks. I've been doing fashion week since 2018 or 2019. It was a little before COVID happened. So I've done several seasons of fashion week. A lot of great
So
events.
when you're on set of like of a fashion week, during New York Fashion Week, it's kind of like crazy.
Very much so.
It's kind of like crazy because there's so many people that
No,
so many different designers and so many
yeah,
different people want a lot of. How do you
crazy.
handle that type of pressure?
Woo. At first, I wanted to just do so much. I wanted to do fashion week every single day that it was in the city. After like a year, maybe, or after even a few days, you're like, yeah, no, you're going to get 1 or 2 days out of me, maybe, because it's so overwhelming. Like, it's such a hustle and bustle, and everyone's, oh my God. And you can do up to like 30 people's face, not full face 30, but everyone's going to need a touch up eventually. And most of the time you're volunteering. So you can leave whenever you want. You can show up whenever you want if they let you in. But like it's a lot of come and go. So really towards the end of the show, not that many makeup artists are left because nobody wants to stick around. Everybody's there in the beginning, but not that many people are there at the end. And I usually like to stick to the end because that's when you really can stick out, but it takes a lot. I can't do it very often. Like even last fashion week, if you've seen my rat look, that when I went to the city dressed up as a rat, I wanted to do like a bang for fashion week without me working fashion week just because I didn't want to. I hope that doesn't sound crazy, but I can't work fashion week all the time. You really have to work a certain caliber of a show to where it's a little less stressful because it could take a lot out of you. So be prepared. I come with my own light. I come with my own chair. I come fully prepared with everything. And I had to learn that with time. Like, you're not guaranteed lighting, you're not guaranteed anything. You're literally not guaranteed anything. So you have to like make sure you come ready, or else you might be very annoyed and upset, just because things don't go your way. A designer might be upset with how things go. Your work might not even, like, you know what I mean? They might have your work be touched up if they don't like it. Like, they might have someone else go over your work. You know what I mean? Like, so much stuff can happen. So really just be prepared. Know in advance. Wear comfortable clothes. Have backup. Like, have extra towels, extra this, have extra everything. Yeah, just be prepared. That's the most I can say, because it's a lot. Anything can happen during Fashion Week. It's borderline a nightmare in the best way, but that's why I love it.
So when we did the collab, everybody, that's in the chat, let me refresh sneaky link you were here. So this is Chloe from Carrots by Chloe, and we're just chopping it up, and she's doing a look. I don't know what look she's doing. So when she's finished, we're gonna all witness it at once.
I feel like we are essentially done though. Like, I just wanted to do something like a prosthetic graphic look. I feel as though we are finished though. I think that's it. So yeah, perfect timing.
So other thing I'm sure that you do. What, Melanie? Are you saying that you're gonna do her Halloween makeup, Melanie? Oh, what is? Do you have a site?
I do
That you
have a
want us to
website.
drop on the site? Mm-hmm.
It's
You just say it.
carrotsbychloe.com. So just my
Carrots
business handle.com.
by Chloe.com.
Yes. And you can contact me there. That's mostly what it's for, contact. Originally I was selling my products on there, but like I said, I temporarily took it down just to take a break. There's not too much on my website besides my portfolio and contact. If you really want to see like content, you can go on my Instagram and my TikTok.
So it's
well.
KARATS
RATS by BY and then my name Chloe.
by BY. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
CHLOE.
So it's KARATS.
.com.
Let's see if I have it like written anywhere.
She got it. She got it. You got it, Mel. So yep, she got it. It's there. So right now she says she doesn't, as she just stated, she took all of her stuff down until she's done with her degree, because she's going to be making her own makeup. She's going to be the chemist behind everything, like, and I'm just like, go girl. And Chloe, I just have a few more questions before we get off of here. That one I don't. Oh yeah, this is so. As someone who has built a brand, a successful one, I'm going to say that because you are successful. You have been doing this for some time. What do you think sets Carrots by Chloe apart from other makeup boutiques?
Oh, absolutely. I think just me in general and how much of a variety, I am in general. Like, I can do bridal, I can do special effects, I can do Fashion Week editorial, I can do something natural, you know what I mean? I can do horror, like I can do, thank you, Melody. But yes, like I can do so much, and that's not very common at all. Like, when someone says I need a special effects makeup artist, almost everybody that I know like will say, oh, Chloe, because who else at the end of the day? So I know like my niche is very particular, and there's not that many people who can do what I do. So with that being said, taking it to more of the skincare side, I want my products to be vegan, organic, and as cruelty free as they possibly can. I definitely want to be very sustainable environmentally, and I know not too many companies really care about that at all. So I really want to be ethical, as well as being able to show my range of skills. And I was even thinking of like one day, it's not just like cosmetics, foundation, blush, and highlighter. I would love to own prosthetics. I would love to own my own blood line, like having my own masks, and you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to just stop in the beauty. Like, I would love to have like maybe even like I don't say a party city of my own, but like I just love costumes and art and beauty in every form. So I feel like my passion sets me differently from a lot of people, because a lot of people, you know, are just in it for the money, don't really care about the ethics behind it or art or any of the history of like makeup and stuff. So I know that is what makes me different than everybody else, just because um, I care for it in a way most people don't.
Yeah, so Mel says, right, for movie sets and theme parties and stuff, that's dope. So you did a small film. You
I've
did
done a
something
few.
with the. Oh well, I didn't know it was a few. Now hold on. Now, excuse me, ma'am. Just correct me. Just correct me. Okay, so like, just tell us a little bit about that. Now, girl, you be all over the
Which one are
place.
you referencing?
I think it was an African American guy. I think that was actually your caption, like on set of a small something like that. I think I'm
Okay.
paraphrasing, but it was
It
something.
was it around like recently? Like I posted it within this year or like few
I
months
think it
ago?
was last year. I think it was last year, maybe something like that. I think it was last year. It was like the picture was like black and white, kind of like that you posted. So I don't know. I just saw it. Like, just tell us about one experience then about.
Well, the one that I'm thinking of that was most recently
Okay.
um, was in it. It was in Ithaca, New York, like upstate,
Mhm.
hours away. And they hit me up like a month in advance, and they're like, "Hey, we would love to have you as a makeup artist. We will provide room and board for you, and we'll pay for your travel." And I'm like, "I hope you know, I'm like 4 hours, 4 or 5 hours away. That's like 8 to 10 hours that you're paying travel." They're like, "Don't worry about it, it's fine." And, you know, and they had like um, places for us to stay. They fed us and everything. And it was really just an overnight thing. But the one that I'm thinking of, I did like a black eye on one of the characters, as well as like touch ups on the other people. But I don't want to say it's just like any other client, because it kind of is. But that was the first time I've had anyone offer me somewhere to stay overnight. Like, I've never um, stayed with a client overnight before that one. So that was definitely an experience. Um, but I could say a lot of my clients are very similar. Like, whether it be a photo shoot, um, video shoot for an album cover, fashion week, I feel like a lot of them are the same, because, you know, at the end of the day, I usually don't stay that long. Like, sometimes they do ask me to stay for touch-ups, but usually once I'm done, I kind of leave. So like, I really just do my job and I go. But the one that really
Don't I
does stick
know?
out is um the one in upstate New York.
Don't I know? She did my makeup for my breast cancer campaign, and she was like, "Oh, okay." I started doing my little thing on set, and she like, "Oh, that's fire!" Click, 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 out the door, gone.
I feel like I had somewhere else to go. Did I
Yeah,
have
you did.
another client later?
I think so. I'm not sure.
I would have
I'm just
stayed.
poking. Yeah,
That was
I'm just
fun. It was
yeah,
nice.
I was messing with y'all. We had a lot of fun on the set. That was my last
Yeah.
time doing anything. And Chloe, I just want to say, look, Melanie said shout out to upstate New York. Yeah, yeah. And
Shout
Sneaky
out to
League said
y'all.
people don't care about as much as they used to. And they don't understand. And Sneaky Link, all I'm gonna say to that is
Mhm.
true, but you
Very
never
true.
really know, like especially if somebody is just making contact with you on Instagram, or they just, because a lot of times they use social media to contact people to do their makeup and stuff, right? And so they may just say, "Hey, are you available to do makeup on this day or that day?" And you never really know whose makeup that you're doing. So
You
that
don't know
is,
nothing. You
you
don't know
don't,
where you're going to be. You don't know if you're going to have a table. You don't know if you're going to have an outlet. You don't know how many people are going to be there. You don't know if you're going to have air conditioning. Like, you don't know how long you're going to be there. They might say, "Oh yeah, it's going to take 15 minutes."
right. But so what
Like,
I'm
you
saying is you
never
don't,
know.
what I'm saying is sometimes people contact you in the industry because a lot of people are not out in the front. And
Mm-hmm.
so you what I'm saying is, well, she's saying that people don't care about art as much as they used to. They don't understand the value. What I'm saying is you could have somebody that's sitting in a chair that just didn't tell you who they were, and it could be the the person that changes your life. So if
Yeah.
you always have that, that work ethic about you, and the caring of people in their skin, it does set you apart from from other people. And so I'm loyal to the soil, down to the soil. I'll never contact another makeup artist unless Chloe is not available to do my makeup. Once I'm loyal to you, that's just how I am. I'm very particular about my makeup. But since I have a family member that has a real legit business, I'll never. I have this girl that she's used to be around a lot of people I used to do work around, and like she's really out there too doing her thing. And I used to do contact her, and I know she's like, oh, well, she just doing jobs or whatever. She ain't called me. No, I'm not. I have a family member that is a professional. And if I'm going to put money in anybody's pocket, it's going to be her first. If she's not available, I may look your way, but I'm not like that's just me. That's just how I do it.
Not your
And
receipt.
so you never know who's like sitting
Yeah.
in the chair, and who's doing what. I did an event, rest in peace. I spent a lot of time. I had the pleasure to spend a lot of time with Intozaki Shanjay. She wrote for Color Girls. Then Tyler Perry did the movie, and a makeup artist came and did her makeup. It was horrible, and I was like, "What? Do you know whose makeup you just did?" And in the pictures, like I took a picture with her, and in the pictures you could see it. My makeup and her makeup is horrible in the picture. And so things like that, like people don't, take into consideration, and and go as far as you do and care about, like learning, the art behind it. So like you
Yeah.
said, New Jersey, you don't even need a license to be a makeup artist. So you got everybody's a makeup artist. They throw stuff online. Chloe, I did want to talk to you, for you to tell us briefly the nails. Your nails. Did you start that nail line yet? Because I thought I saw something the other day.
I don't
Mm,
have anything about nails yet. I
no.
did. Like, I did do my own like press-ons and stuff a while
Yeah,
back. I
that's what
didn't
I'm
get
talking
around
about.
to selling it yet. I want to though. I do. Like, when I finally get the chance to like focus on that, I would love to
Mhm.
start my own nails. I just need some models for. I just need to start practicing. I haven't practiced that much, but I would like to get around to it very soon.
Oh, okay. And so, does anybody in the chat have any more questions? I think we've been here a while for Chloe. Anyone else have any questions for Chloe in the chat? Let me see. Where's Mel at? All right. All right, there she is. Anybody? Nobody? Yeah. Nobody has any questions. So, I think you told us what's next for Cowards by Chloe or whatever. So
Yeah.
I don't even need to that was one of my
That was a
questions.
general overview because so much happens and so
Yeah.
much goes on. But by the end of
Mm-hmm.
this year, I will be graduating. I will become a cosmetic chemist very soon. I will like to have more products in rotation and on shelves, and I definitely want to do more short films, big films, more newer celebrity clients, just newer clients in general. All my clients are like celebrities to me. So I just want some more new faces in general. Doesn't matter who it is. But definitely some Vogue covers,
Mm-hmm.
some Harper's Bazaar.
Ooh, nice. So, can you tell them in the comments where to find you on your socials? You went away. Chloe, all I see is your I don't know what happened to Chloe. She's just gone. It's just she's still up here but gone. I don't see her anymore. She's Carrots by Chloe on I see her trying to come back. I was going to ask her about her socials, but I think she's Carrots by Chloe. I know on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and the website is pinned. Thank you, Melanie, for pinning the website. I don't know what happened. Chloe looks like she's working and it's spinning. Oh, so she dropped off. I don't know what happened. Oh, she's back. All right. So I don't know.
Sorry, the
Chloe,
stalker called
what
me and he
happened,
knocked
Chloe?
me offline. I had to log back in.
Oh my god! Let me tell you something. Her father is such a stalker. Like
I'm not complaining. But
he's such a stalker. I'm not. I'm not. I'm glad too.
Right, I'm not complaining.
I'm not. So I was just saying.
Where to
Gotta love
find
Charles.
me?
Gotta love Charles. So I was just saying to. Huh.
You said where to find me, right?
So yeah, where to find you on your socials?
Okay. So my website, as you can see, Carrots by Chloe. My personal Instagram is Chloe Sierra. I don't know if you can see my name, how it's spelled like that. CHLOE CIERRA. And then my business Instagram is carrots by Chloe. You can find that in my link tree. I believe I have my link tree attached to my website and or Instagram. It's definitely my Instagram. But my TikTok is also Carrots by Chloe. So Instagram, Carrots by Chloe. TikTok, Carrots by Chloe. Website, Carrots by Chloe. My personal Instagram is Chloe Sierra.
All right. And so do you have anything else that you would like to tell us? Oh, we're doing a giveaway, Chloe. So you know what? Ooh. I'm just gonna let you just pick. I'm giving away signed copy of my book. Ooh. It's on Amazon as well. And then sponsors Image Central is giving away a little special gift today. It's Memorial Day weekend, so we're gonna do some giveaways over here today.
We love giveaways.
Listen, but the thing is, I didn't think about how I was gonna make a selection. So I'm gonna remove myself out of this and let Chloe pick two people.
How am I gonna find them?
Oh, you don't see the chat? We only I don't know. We got Mel in here. And are you able to see the chat?
I believe so. I see 3 people. I see Melanie, Denitra, and Sneaky Link.
Mm-hmm.
How am I supposed to pick?
Yeah, listen, just choose 2 people. I'll remove myself from the situation.
I can't pick. You're gonna be mad at me. I'm not biased. You better do eeny, meeny, miny, mo.
You know what? I got this. You ladies, I got this. You ladies just send me your address to I got this. Don't worry about it. Send me your address. I got it. Don't you worry about it. Don't you worry about it. Oh wait, I'm getting ready to put my own address, email address in here wrong, honey. Hold on. All right, I got this. Yeah, she done turned around and put it back on me. I got this, y'all. Sit. That's my email address, survivorspeaks@gmail to you, the number two and the letter U, at gmail.com. And yeah, make sure you got the apartment number on it, whatever post box, whatever box you're using or whatever. And I got this. Chloe just not make she ain't make this easy. Chloe, any last minute words before we get out of here today?
Nothing besides thank everybody for tuning in. Thank you for listening to me. It was a pleasure, and I hope to speak to you all again one day. I will maybe like I'm from the podcast, so happy early birthday!
Yes, Denitra,
Yes, I
everybody
would love to
drop
follow you
some
all back. So just message me and be like, I'm from the podcast, and we can definitely stay in
and
contact.
drop some celebration hats, cakes, everything in the chat for Denitra. Denitra, throw you a little something extra because it's your birthday, girl. So, Chloe, I'm going to, thank you for coming, and we're going to have you again.
Yes,
One
please. I would love
time.
to.
I'm
Maybe I can
working
do
on
something
a.
super crazy next time. Wait, hold on. Like now that I'm thinking about it, let me show you something real quick. Sorry.
So yeah,
So I'm like, I
make
have
sure
all
you
of these. I have absolutely amazing pieces. I have so many prosthetics and cool things. So I'm like, maybe next time I can install like a dragon face or
got.
something for you
Ooh.
guys. Right? I don't know if you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So maybe we can do this next time or something of that nature. We can step it up. We started off slow. Next time,
Mm-hmm.
while out, do something crazy. As if this wasn't crazy.
Well, when y'all go to her Instagram page, y'all gonna see crazy, but she does
Crazy.
everything from beauty to crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah, so like when y'all go to her Instagram, be like, what? Yeah, I just want you to tell them one story before you drop off and I end the show. Please tell
Yes.
these people because I do have a question. So when you started doing the dramatic looks, did
Yes.
you think or do you think you started doing that not just for COVID because you're an only child and once you started doing makeup like you started doing crazy stuff because Chloe has a crazy behind story about ordering a pizza and then forgot. Could you just tell these ladies that story?
Okay.
Because that's a funny
That
story.
was not real. I hope you know that wasn't real. Like that
What was it?
was for content. But
Right, I know that.
yeah.
I know that.
But stuff like that happens. Like I'll be doing makeup. Like right now, I'm not taking this off. My friends actually wanted to hang out in a few, so I'm just gonna go out like this. And people see me in public sometimes and they're like, what the heck? Oh my God. And I'm like, oh, it's makeup. I'm a makeup artist. So that pizza one where I was like, when you forget delivery and then I get up and it's like ding dong, that was
Yeah.
for content. That's not real, but stuff like
Oh,
this does
okay.
happen. Like I am gonna go out like this. So people are probably gonna be like, I do go out in crazy
Yeah,
full body
she's
stuff often. So it's regular to me now. But yeah, I get crazy looks all the time. Oh well, they be like that.
just crazy. All
Yep.
right. Thank you for joining us. I'm going to close out the show and then we will heart, love. So I'll get up with you another time and we'll see about bringing you back. I'm working on so much stuff. Like it's just crazy right now. Yeah. So thank you for coming and chatting with
Anytime,
us
please.
on this Sunday and Memorial Day weekend. See you
And thank
later,
you all. Please
girlie.
be safe.
Oh, all right. You too. Be careful out there with that blood on your head,
I
girl.
know my mom gets so scared every time I go. She's like, Chloe, someone's gonna call the cops on you. Like I'll dress up like a zombie. Chloe, someone's gonna try to fight you or hit you. And I'm like, I am worried. She's like, Chloe, you're gonna scare somebody. You're gonna make them like drive off the road. I'm like, no. So yeah, I guess I should be careful going out like this.
Crazy. Well, thank you for coming. And we'll talk. Deuces, girl.
Bye.
And everybody else, wouldn't be me if I did not tell you to get your mammograms, fill up on your boobies to make sure that you are all right. All right. And thank you all for coming. And enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Please be safe out there in the streets. If you hanging out there, make sure that you're being safe. And then don't you ever let anyone come into your house and disturb the peace that passes all understanding. I'm Survivor Speaks. Thank you so much for coming. Peace.